Okay, I'm about to show you the card trick that fooled the great Albert Einstein. So a magician came to him one day and told Mr. Einstein, please take off a little portion from the top of the deck and put it off to the side. Okay, could be like up to 20 cards, whatever. So Mr. Einstein grabbed a handful of cards and placed it down just like the magician asked him to do. Now the magician says, now I'm going to take off some cards from the bottom of the deck, okay? And I'm just going to take them off like this, put them down, and I don't even need the rest of the deck. I'm just going to deal with these two. So the magician picked this up, and he picked up Mr. Einstein's deck of cards, and he felt it like this in his hands. He started to weigh it back and forth. He goes, Mr. Einstein, I can tell you just by the weight of these cards that I have the same number of cards that you have, plus 2, and the remainder of the cards will make your total equal 20. So Mr. Einstein said, could you repeat that? He goes, okay. By feeling the weight of these cards, I could tell you, Mr. Einstein, that in my hand over here, I have the same number of cards that you picked, plus 2, and the remainder of the cards that I have left, when added to your pile, will equal 20. Mr. Einstein said, that's impossible. You can't feel the weight of the cards. You can't tell how many cards I have and how many cards you have. Well, the magician says, yes, I can. And he began to demonstrate. So he counted Mr. Einstein's cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mr. Einstein had 9 cards. Then he picked up his deck, okay, which he took at random. And he says, I said I was going to have the same amount as you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 2, 1, 2. And the remainder of the cards, when added to your pile, will equal 20. Well, we already know Mr. Einstein had 9 cards. So if there's 11 cards here, it worked. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And Mr. Einstein walked away baffled, just like you will.